Hi everyone, this is your Shafiq sir. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to discuss about the macroeconomics. What is the macroeconomics? What is the main topics are there in the macroeconomics? One by one, I will discuss about that. So in this macroeconomics, first of all, what is called the economic growth and what is called the economic development? Economic growth and economic development. What is the difference between economic growth and economic development? Simply, I will explain about that. Easily we can understand that what is the economic growth and what is the economic development. Before that, everyone subscribe my channel, like, share to your friends for that more interesting videos purpose. Listen here, economic growth is nothing but increasing in the goods and services in a year is called the economic growth. Increasing in the goods and services in a year is called the economic growth. It is related to the developed countries, example USA, United States of America, Russia, France, Japan, Germany, Switzerland. There are some developed countries are there, well developed countries are there. Economic growth is related to the developed countries because they are focusing on only goods and services. So increase in the goods and services in the country in a year is called the economic development, because these developed countries they are achieving the already all round development is there, good infrastructure development, technology development, and good industrial development is there, everything developed in these developed countries. That's why they're focusing on goods and services in a year is called the economic growth. It is related to the developed countries like that, USA, Russia, France, like that. What is the economic development? Economic development is nothing but changes in social, technological, and overall development along with the growth is called the economic development. It is related to the developing countries. Economic growth related to the developed countries, but economic development related to developing countries like that, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, except that 4 5 developed countries, remaining all countries is called as a developing countries. So here, not only increasing the growth of the country, not only increasing the production of the country, it will bring the some changes in social development also compulsory for the development of the country. Technological development also required. Overall development of the country also, total education, technology, knowledge, industries, agriculture, everything also important for the development of the country. So that is called as economic development. Changes in social, technological, and overall development along with the growth is called the economic development. It is related to the developing countries like that, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. Simply, I can understand that what is the economic growth and what is the economic development. Here, listen here. This is the one baby figure, small baby figure. Here, at the time of birth, 1 kg is there. Later, 2 kg, 3 kg, 4 kg. If the age of the that baby increases, that body weight also increases. 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, 4 kg, 5 kg, like that. So it's mean that is related to the economic growth. Economic growth. If the body of the child increases continuously, not decreases like that, 4 kgs to 3 kgs, 5 kgs to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to, so that is not good for the one baby health purpose. So if the continuously rise in the goods production of the country, means the body weight also continuously increases, that is very important to that child health. So that is called as a economic growth. So you know that every child growth is continuously increases, so not the disorder. So means decreasing that growth rate like that, 6 kgs, 10 kgs, 5 kgs, 4 kgs. So it is one continuous process. It is one continuous process that growth is continuously increases. So it is related to developed countries. But economic development is nothing but not only increasing the growth rate of the body of the child, so it was bring this some changes in the that changes in the that baby like that, some talking skills also improving that, walking skills also improving that, and reading skills also improving that, watching skills also increasing that, knowledge education, one by one that child can be developing that skills, that is called as a economic development. So here, this is the just like a India. In our India, there is a economic growth also compulsory. Along with there is a another skills also very important one, like that social in society development is important. That society development should be through the education, and health is compulsory in these countries. Technological development is compulsory. Overall development means total development of the country is also very important one. So they are focusing that social technological overall development along with the growth, that is called as economic development. So I think you can better understand about the what is economic growth and economic development. Economic growth means if the increasing that growth of the child, sir, here economic growth means already that nations they developing the all development, only they are focusing on increasing the goods and services. So but here not only increasing the goods and services, along with it they bring this some changes in the country, that is called as a economic development. What is the difference between economic growth and economic development? Listen here. Increase in real output and services of the country. Increasing the real output and services of the country. Economic growth is only focusing on real output, and real output means production. Services means technology and infrastructural facilities, and banking, tourism, and hospitality, health, education. So that is already developed in the economic growth. But economic development is nothing but not only increase in production, but also progressive changes of the country. Progressive means slow changes is there in these countries. So night to night we can't do changing the our society, our country, like that India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. So one by one they can changing that changes in the country, that is called economic development. This is the first difference, economic growth and economic development. Second one, economic growth is nothing but it is a single dimensional process. Single dimensional process means, so economic growth, that developed countries they focusing on only increasing the real output of the country. Production is the main important thing to how to increasing that production, how to increasing that income of the country. They are having that only dimension one aim of the economic like that developed countries. But here it is the multi-dimensional process. So economic development means developing countries, they are aiming that multi-dimensional process means, so not only increasing the output of the country, and it will bring the some other changes also. That's why it is called a multi-dimensional process. And next third difference, it explains the quantitative changes. So economic growth explain the quantitative changes means how much production increases last year, what production is there, present year what production is there. So in our future what quantity of goods we have to producing that. It explain the economic growth or explain the only quantitative changes. But economic development explain the both quantitative and qualitative changes of the country. Quantitative, so production increasing, that what quantity of goods are producing in the country. And qualitative, what quality is there, what life standards of the peoples, whether they are increasing or not, lifestyle of the people is there is a very good or not. So qualitative changes also there is important in the country. And this is the one different and difference. And fourth one, government may active or not. Economic growth achieving that without the government involvement or government involvement, because economic growth means they already set up that long period goals, and they already developing the excellent development is there without the government intervention, without the government involvement. That economic growth is a one continuous process, that is continuously increases that without the involvement of the government. But economic development is nothing but government intervention is desirable. Desirable is nothing but government intervention is compulsory. Without this government intervention, we can't develop the economic development. Government involvement is compulsory. And next one, faster economic growth through the technological process. Economic growth is possible through the faster economic growth through the technological process. There is a good technology they are using, that modern technology, and there is a good innovations are there, and creativity is there, highly technology they are using that. That's why there is a faster economic growth is there in the developed countries. But economic development through the quality of life of the people. Economic development depends upon the development through the quality of life. If the peoples are educated, if the peoples having the good life standards, if the peoples have the good life expectancy, so there are the different factors to decide the economic development in the country. That is called as a life of the people, quality of life of the people. Economic development depends upon the life of the people. And another one, sixth one, it is a key for growth and poverty elimination. Economic growth is the one key for the achieving the economic growth, and poverty elimination means removing the poverty. When the economic growth is achieving in our country, automatically growth also increasing, development also increases, production also increases, and poverty also automatically it is removing in these developed countries. But economic development itself take care of growth and poverty. Economic development itself take care means it itself depends upon the growth of the country and poverty of the country. So poverty is also one of the major problem is there in the developing countries. So it is the take care themselves only, that nation can take care themselves to control that poverty. And another one, it is concept is narrow one. So the concept of economic growth is the very narrow. So because it is focusing on only the growth of the country, the income of the country, but its scope is wider and comprehensive. So economic development scope is very wider means and it comprehensive means it's take the very long time to develop that, not only growth but also goods and services. So economic development is nothing but not only increasing the growth but also goods and services also increasing in our country. So that is called as economic development. And eighth one, its time span is 1 year because income changes yearly basis. Economic growth time span is 1 year. 1 year because income changes yearly basis. So yearly basis income increases, changes. So time span is the 1 year. Economic growth time span is the 1 year. But its time span is a long term process of 20 to 25 years. So it's take the very long time to achieving that economic development, like the 20 to 25 years. It takes the more time to changes society and economy. So for the change in society purpose, it takes very long time, 20 to 25 years. And economy development purpose also, long term goals we have to set up that for the achieving the economic development. But its time span is the economic growth time span is only 1 year, but its time span is 20 to 25 years. And next one, it is related to the developed countries. So economic growth is related to developed countries, but economic development is related to the developing countries. Developed countries means already there are excellent developed countries are the rich countries are the America, France, Russia, Japan, Germany, Switzerland. It is related to the developing countries, like that poor countries, like that still they want to developing their country, that is called as a developing countries. Like that India is also one developing country. And lost difference between economic growth and development, may or may not any social change in the economy to reach the development. So to reach the development, may or may not social change. So if you change the social change or not changing the social change, economy to reach the development, so it is a one continuous process. That's why, so social change may be changing or not changing, that economic development, economic growth is continuously increased that. but here social changes is compulsory. Economic development purpose, social changes is compulsory for the development of the country through better jobs. If you providing the better jobs, for quality food, quality education, quality health, so these are the important for the economic development purpose. Better jobs, quality food, good education, good health facilities, that is the important for the economic development purpose. So these are the difference between economic growth and economic development. It is compulsory answer, so take it one screenshot about this answer. What is the difference between economic growth and economic development? So compulsory answer. I think everyone better understand about the what is the economic growth and economic development, difference between economic growth and economic development. Okay, so once again, so everyone who are not subscribe my channel, subscribe my channel and like share to the your friends for the some more important videos purpose. Thank you.